Hi, do you want something to do outside, get some exercise without all that pesky going to the gym or going running nonsense? You should try golf. I've been golfing for about 20 years now, and I'll tell you, it is a fantastic activity if you're looking for something to do with family and friends. Great way to get outside, great way to move around, just be active. So, golf is a intimidating thing to get into. Today I'm going to teach you how to do a basic golf swing just to get you out with a club and outside and moving around. So first thing we're going to do is grab the club. Now there's no wrong way to grip a club, but for beginners, what we're going to do is what's called a cross grip, which means I'm going to take my left hand, I'm golfing right-handed, left hand at the top of the club with my index finger out, put my pinky in between my index finger and index finger and middle finger, and then close my hands. My thumb is generally pointed down the shaft towards the club face, and the backs of my hands, as you can see, I've got my fingers interlocked there. This is called a cross grip or an interlocking grip. It just makes things a little bit easier for beginners. Now that we've got the grip, we need to address the ball. So to address the ball, here's my ball on the ground here, you can see it. I'm going to set the club down behind it. I'm going to put it kind of in the middle of my feet shoulder width apart, knees bent a little bit, waist bent a little bit. I'll turn sideways so you can see that a little bit easier. Knees bent just a little bit, bent at the hips just a little bit, back generally straight. Now I don't want to be too close to the ball because then I'm all pinned up and I can't move. And I don't want to be too far away because this puts me in a position where there's no way I'm going to come through the ball without hurting myself. So comfortable distance apart, feet about shoulder width apart, knees bent, hips bent. There we are. We're on the ball. Now that we've got our grip and we're on the ball, the next step is to take the backswing. So when you're going to take the first thing you really want to pay attention to taking a backswing is to not do a bunch of weird stuff with your elbows, with your arms, with your wrists. So I'm going to stay generally straight. I'm going to pull the club back across the ground. I'm going to keep my left arm straight. I'm going to point the club up like an antenna. I'm going to bend my right arm just a little bit. Now when we're all the way at the top, this should be right arm at about 90 degrees, wrist generally straight, left arm generally straight. That's a backswing. Now I'm also going to turn my hips just a little bit towards the back of the swing. A golf swing is a full body movement, so there's nothing wrong with moving around a little bit, getting comfortable behind the ball. So pull back, arm straight, club up like an antenna, and I'm there. That's my backswing. Now with a backswing, you want it to be a nice smooth motion. As we do this, you don't want to be too fast. You don't want to jerk the club up. You don't want to go so slow that you forget what you're doing halfway through, and you don't want to get all bent up and weird. So left arm generally straight, right arm at about 90 degrees, club up kind of behind your head here. All right. At the top of the backswing, we're going to pause for just a second. I mean, just not even a full breath, just long enough to let the club kind of rest so your body can untense and be ready to go. The next part of the golf swing is the actual swing, and this is the fun part. So I've done my backswing, I'm up where I'm supposed to be. Now, the first part of a swing is to undo everything I just did. The idea is to end up right back where I started when I was addressing the ball. So as I swing through, I'm straightening my right arm out, I'm getting my wrists back to straight, I'm turning my hips back to the ball. As soon as about the center of your swing is when you're going to make contact with the ball, just naturally. That's where the ball lives. As soon as you get done with that, you got to keep going. You can't just stop. If you do that, you're going to do weird things. Your club's going to end up all wonky, bad move. So full swing back as we come through, nice and straight, and then we're going to do basically the opposite of the backswing as we pass through the ball. So as we're coming through, my left arm is going to cock to that 90-degree position. My right arm is staying generally straight. I'm going to get the club up like an antenna and just kind of pull it back over my head. And if I've done all of that properly, as I swing through, it should end up here naturally. The four parts of the golf swing that you really need to pay attention to: grip, addressing the ball, backswing, and the swing. If you can get all that straight, you're going to have a great time And it's a fun thing to do with your family and friends.